What's the craziest thing that you've heard about somebody having on their rider?
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear this. What's up, guys? From Robot Island, my name's Sadiq.
And I'm Sam.
Welcome to Happy Hour, the show where we sit back, have a couple of drinks with some of our friends in the dance music industry. Today, we're joined by Ciszak.
What's up, beautiful people?
He is a house producer. You know him from his bangers released on DIRTYBIRD and Casual. Ciszak, how the f*** are you doing today, and what are you drinking?
Man, I'm great. First of all, thank you guys for having me. And I'm drinking a White Claw.
Love it.
Hey,
Us too.
right here,
Cheers,
buddy.
brother.
Cheers to that. Let's go.
So we ordered you some burgers. They're gonna
Nice.
They're gonna be at your house soon. We weren't sure what you liked, so we ordered you kind of one of everything. So I'm sure you're gonna like something.
Okay.
But I gotta ask you. I mean, this goes with any burger question. The age-old question: In-N-Out or Shake Shack?
That's a hard question. But since I'm living in California, I would say In-N-Out.
Yeah.
But I love both of them, you know? I have a tattoo of a burger, so I literally can say that burger is my favorite thing.
I love it. Did you love burgers before you moved to the U.S.?
Yes.
Yeah.
Since I'm a kid.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. That's one of the things that made me move to USA.
Really?
Not
Love
really.
for burgers.
Not really,
The music industry, they got In-N-Out.
yeah. It's all about the burgers.
I love it. I love it. I mean, it seems like the biggest representation of Brazilian food in the U.S. is Fogo.
Oh, yeah. For the show?
Yeah. Do you actually like that? Is it trash or is it actually like a good representation of Brazilian food?
It's very good. It's
Really?
just a little bit expensive
yeah.
compared to what we pay in Brazil. You know, like if you translate American dollars to reais, which is our coin in Brazil, one of those meals would be like $10 to $15 max.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and fogo de chão, it's like what, 70 per person?
Yeah, it's like 70 per person. And then if you're drinking on top of that, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah. But even talking about the tips and everything, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, talking about Brazil, obviously the culture there is so lively. People from Brazil, very high energy. They're super passionate about sports and things like that. What are some parts about dance music culture in Brazil that you would like to see more of in the U.S.?
First of all, parties that last longer.
Really? Okay.
There we don't have like any laws about the ending time. So we have some clubs that go until 12 on the next day, 12 p.m., 1 p.m. on the next day. And
it just doesn't stop.
Yeah. And the main difference is the clubs here, they are kind of small compared to Brazil. So in Brazil, we have like clubs for 9,000 people every weekend. So it's not like festivals. We have like big clubs. I don't understand because here we still have a lot of people passionate about electronic music, but it's hard to fill a club for 2,000 people, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we're going to time out here. I think your food's here, man. So you want to check your front door?
Yeah. One second. Guys! Oh my God, thank you so much, man. You guys are gonna make me fat again.
I was like, I don't know what he's gonna like. So I literally just went down the menu. I was like, that sounds good. So enjoy, man.
Oh my God, can I eat talking to you guys?
Oh, always.
Keep going. Just go for it, man. That's why we ordered it for you.
Nice.
We told you we were buying you dinner today.
Oh my God, dinner for today, tomorrow, and the next day, apparently. Man, thank you guys so much again.
Dude, always, man.
Course,
Don't worry about
Thank
it.
you.
3 shakes? 3 shakes.
Yeah. I think there's a Sunday in there too.
Oh my God. Okay, let's do this. Cheers again.
Hey, cheers, man. Cheers. So, We got to start with this. So house music sometimes gets a bad rap from producers of other genres, saying it's too easy to produce or that it's simple. What's your response to that? And would you say it's warranted?
I would say, especially like EDM or more pop house music, it's pretty hard to produce that, you know? Especially now we're having so many tracks getting featured on radio and all of that. So I wouldn't say this is accurate, you know?
Yeah.
Especially because people that produces hip hop, the beats are more similar between them than house music. House music, we have like a fast, a very big variety, you know. So yeah, I don't say that. I wouldn't say that's true.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
But there's some people saying that we don't need a 400,000 studio to make house music on Twitter, right?
I don't know who would have said that on Twitter. I don't know.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, we did. Just to make tech house.
Yeah. No, so Ricardo, I want you to check your phone real quick for me, okay?
Okay.
So I found this picture online, right?
Yeah.
But it's clear to us that you grew up with a musical a talent. You were into music from a young age, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious, growing up in Brazil, what was it like just around the house with your parents? What kind of music did they listen to? And did that influence transfer over to maybe some of the music you're producing today?
Yes, but my dad, he used to be a musician, not for living, but he used to play piano and violin. So he put me on a school to learn how to play piano when I was like 10. And I played piano for like 6 years. And I used to listen to all kinds of music. But my dad loved disco from the 70s, a lot of psychedelic rock, you know, progressive rock.
Yep.
So like Pink Floyd is one of my favorites of all time. And I would say it's one of the music that makes me want to make music.
Like a big influence.
Yeah, a big influence, exactly. Because it's they pass a message through that music, and that music makes you have different feelings, you know? So it makes you very sad or very happy in a question of minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Plus, I mean, you listen to a Pink Floyd album and it's like a journey, right? From start to finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big Pink Floyd fan myself. I've seen Roger Waters a few times. I think you and I talked about this when you were out here, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. My favorite mass show I ever went to, 100%.
Oh, good. And so with that being said, you know, since Pink Floyd is such a big influence of yours, if you ever had the opportunity to maybe remix a song by Pink Floyd, right? If they gave you the rights to do that, what would be that song that you think you'd choose? I know it's tough. There's a lot to pick from, but what would be one that you want to go with?
Hard question. That's a very hard question. Yeah, so I would say if I had to remix one of their songs, I would pick one that would be like an easier track to make a remix from. Would be On the Run from the Dark Side of
Yeah.
But Wish You Were Here is like one that really makes me, I don't know, cry.
Right in the feels.
I feel you, man.
Right in the feels.
That's one of the first songs I learned how to play on guitar, and it's pretty much one of the only ones that I like, you know, still play through all the way to this day. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Time. You know, that song Time, the clocks in the beginning. Oh yeah, but no, man, I definitely I relate to you on that one.
Awesome, man. So obviously, Claude and DIRTYBIRD have been a huge part of your growth as an artist.
Yeah. 100%.
What makes the DIRTYBIRD family different from any other collective out there in music?
Their vibe in the first part of it, I think they have their music is very unique, and they don't, like Claude never cared about what the market is asking for, you know, what the music industry is asking for. He always went to like what he thinks is good.
Yeah.
And I felt home releasing with them because I was being myself all the time and not having to follow any kind of guidelines to make music, you know? So just being silly and sexy in kind of way. I don't know. So
absolutely. I mean, that's one thing you notice from DIRTYBIRD is that they have a vision and they're going to continually go in that direction. They don't waver just because trends change or something different in pop culture comes up. They kind of stick with their branding, and I love that about them.
And everybody's so committed to that scene. I mean, I think we talked about this, like, you know, the camp out vibe is it's just unmatched, you know, and the people are so just behind the music, and it's a collective of people where everybody's on the same wavelength. Everybody's there to have a good time, and just a lot of like-minded individuals. And so it's always a good time for me. And so I know that, you know, you've played a couple campouts before, and probably some of the best times you've had out there, eh?
100%. I would say 100%. Campouts are just something else, you know. I wouldn't even call them like a festival.
No.
You know?
It's a camping trip.
Yeah. And all the games and everything that they have, they are different. It's just, I don't know. It's a very different experience, I would say.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What's one of your favorite games, actually? One of the favorite like events that they have going on there?
Okay, so I will have to tell you one thing. I never played any of the games.
It's tough.
Partying too hard, you know?
They're in the morning. I know. You sleep all morning and then the games are over. People are like, hey, I'm going to go tie-dye shirts right now with somebody. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah, but I played soccer with Ardalan and all the guys.
Yeah.
But that was about it, to be honest.
So who's a DIRTYBIRD artist that you could see thriving in another genre outside of house music?
Sage Armstrong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I can see that.
He makes so fire hip-hop
beats. Yeah.
He doesn't release them. And I keep saying that to him, bro, release that. This is so good.
Yeah.
He's just like, I don't know. So
is it just because it conflicts with the other music he's been releasing, or?
But I mean, he could just release with an Elias, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Sage, if you're watching this, release those trap tracks. We want to listen to them.
100%. I'm going to talk to you again.
So house music in general, it's a unique genre because it's fit for any time of day. You can hear it at a rager on an island, or you can hear it at an after-hours party in Miami. Where would you say you feel more at home playing? During the day or at night?
At night.
Yeah.
At night, for sure. I would say clubs, even more than like open doors, open space clubs. I would say like close.
Really?
Clubs, but big ones. I feel like for me, it's easier to play for 5,000 people than 50. You know.
Mm-hmm. You like that setting of the bigger audience than that more like kind of intimate, smaller thing. Why is that exactly? Are you like more afraid of the crowd of maybe reacting differently? And it's like, whereas the sea just moves with it instead of a small club, it's harder to control maybe.
Yeah, I think both, because if you have like 50 people and half of the crowd doesn't like a track that you're playing, you're
you see that. Yeah.
But if you're playing for 5,000 and 2,000 don't like it, 3,000 are still vibing on it, you know?
Yeah.
I love that, man.
And I don't know, it's more comfortable for me playing for more people.
I mean, that's one thing we've noticed, like at our smaller shows, it could be like a group of like 6 people in the front that completely change the energy of the dance floor, whether that's for the better or for worse. Yeah. Whereas like in a bigger crowd, if you're at like a festival, that's not going to happen, right? Everyone's just kind of at their own pace and they're going with the vibe.
Exactly.
So I can definitely understand that. So right now, as you can see, the EDM space, a lot of people are saying it's starting to get saturated. It's getting harder for up and coming artists to get discovered. There's so many producers that are just making beats and making songs just in their parents' bedroom. So or the bedroom at their parents' house. Well, it's not their parents' bedroom. But what does it take for a house or techno artist to kind of pull themselves apart and really stand out in today's market?
I would say try to have something different from the others, try to be yourself and not only try to follow the guidelines of the top 100 Beatport, which is usually what people do these times, because sometimes you send a music to a record label and because it's not really what's on the market right now, they don't even listen to it. They listen to it, but they don't want to take a risk on it.
Yeah.
So I feel like doing something that can relate to the market, but has something unique is the way to go, Yeah. That's where I found myself, like doing my kind of vocals and actually having fun doing it. That's the most important part. And not taking only as a job, but having fun making it is the most important thing.
What do you think it was that stood out about you that kind of led you to the trajectory that you had?
I think was the vocals, especially vocals that I write. I think they stand out for being like different and kind of silly. And when I showed those tracks to people before I sent to record labels, usually everyone was saying, "Oh, you're not gonna get this released. Oh, this is not gonna work."
Well, I think with that being said, I mean, then were you surprised with the reaction that the house community gave when you released "I Want" and like just kind of what got behind that?
A lot. I'm still surprised that people still listen to it. 4 years after.
Oh, it's still going, man.
Yeah, the song's a banger, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. And I kind of try to do that again, but it's not easy because exactly like that track, I wasn't trying to do a hit or anything like that, I was having fun with my ex-girlfriend and I told her, "Hey, hoop on the mics. Let's try to make something. Say that, say this." And it just happened,
Yeah. So your ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay. Does that song remind you about her every time you hear it now or what?
I mean, not because I just listened to it so many times. Yeah. And I actually talked to her still. And she just made 2 other vocals for me that I'm working on right now. So, yeah.
So the relationship's still good there then, as friends.
Yeah. She's dating another guy right now, but it's all good.
Hey, man, you're getting the vocals from it at least,
Right?
That's all that matters, man. So LA's got a really, really dope house community. It's super tight knit. Every time I go out there, I try to catch a house show myself. What did it take for you to kind of get integrated into that scene when you first moved to LA? And what was it like? Was there a lot of culture shock?
From Brazil, yes, 100%. But I started going to illegal parties here,
warehouses and stuff.
Yeah, which were like closer to.
We like to call those unsanctioned, not illegal.
Yeah. Illegal is just my way of saying, but yeah, you're right.
No, it's illegal.
They're 100% illegal.
But they were closer to what we have in Brazil, So I kind of felt home a little bit. And I started playing for fun, not even to make money because they weren't paying me anyway.
Yeah.
I started like that in LA, and then I won Discovery Project from Insomniac, which made me play on EDC New York. That's when it started. Because when I came, I didn't have an artist visa, so I actually couldn't work or play anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what is funny is when I started to send tracks to DIRTYBIRD when I was in Brazil. Okay. I even sent them like an USB with a written message by mail, and they never answered.
Wow.
So I sent another track, and then I just, you know what? I'm gonna go to LA just to see how it works.
Yeah.
And then when I arrived here,
you saw 4 hours of traffic.
Yeah. They answered. So they answered when I was already here, even that I sent when I was in Brazil. So then I just, okay, I guess I'll have to stay.
Do you ever joke around with Claude about that these days? Like, hey, remember that time I sent you that USB? You didn't answer?
Yeah, I always tell him that, and he just like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. We don't open mail usually, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there might be a lot of good artists out there that you aren't seeing. Claude, open that mail. You know,
right? That USB somewhere out there. We gotta find it.
I believe that. Because I don't know if they really if they really got the package, you know? Mm-hmm. I still don't know that. I guess I have to ask.
Yeah.
It could have been some like fake PO box that doesn't actually exist.
Right? A lot of companies have that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I know you mentioned that Sidetrance was also a big influence in your love for EDM. So it's kind of seen a little bit of a renaissance. You're starting to see Sidetrance getting thrown into a lot of trap artist sets. A lot of different dubstep artists are starting to throw like Sidetrance drops here and there. Have you ever played Sidetrance at a show?
Not after I started being like an artist.
Yeah.
You know? But I started playing Sidetrance. That's where I learned how to use a CDJ and everything. And then I started playing some small raves in Brazil. Mm-hmm. That was because raves in Brazil, they usually only have Sidetrance. We call it a rave when it's like 24 hours of Sidetrance. Then it's a rave, you know? So, yeah. But I really wanted to do a mix, an entire set of Sidetrance here in the US someday.
I mean, I think you definitely could. I mean, hey, you just need to do it under an alias too. You could make that kind of music and tour. I mean, there's plenty of artists that do it. You can always switch it up.
I just believe Sidetrance is kind of hard to produce. They have like 100 channels of noises and a lot of stuff. Yeah.
It goes all night too, like you're saying.
True.
Yeah. How's the food, by the way?
Oh, great. I'm like, it's just because I'm trying to talk.
Oh, dude, go ahead and dig in.
I know.
So, yeah, but it's great.
Have you ever had this place before?
Yeah. Literally just picked a random place. I was like, this place is good ratings. Let's do it.
Thank you guys again.
No, dude, you're going to have to start putting burgers on your rider demands now.
Right?
No, we actually, I forget, there's somebody, maybe we won't name them, but it's so funny. Actually, tell us about like what you see in like what's the craziest thing that you've heard about somebody having on their rider?
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Okay. I asked about a band, a real band, which is very fucked up, what they used to ask.
Oh, man.
Dwarf,
like a small person.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a female one.
A female.
Oh.
Yeah, but of course, people couldn't really do that, you know.
Yeah.
I want to know like how many green rooms they actually went into, and they're like, "Holy shit, there's our dwarf."
I don't understand.
So what went into making your rider? Did you make it simple? Did you have any crazy demands that you ever thought about putting on there?
Not really. I have like...
It's a bottle of vodka, right? A Tito's?
Yeah. A bottle of vodka, like some Red Bulls, water, and that's it.
Yeah. We made sure we had your rider demands.
Now I'm thinking about putting 2 bottles instead of 1.
Honestly, the way we were drinking when you first came through, that might not be a bad idea.
Great times.
Brazilians are a different breed, man. You're a different breed when it comes to partying.
Thank you so much, man. Let me ask, when was the last time we saw each other?
Man, when was that? That was like...
Was that in...
It was July of last year.
Yeah, almost a year ago.
Yeah, it was almost a year ago, man.
2019.
Yeah, we had you July 12th out here.
Oh, okay.
Man, it was fucking hot.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was fucking hot.
I remember we went to that house party, and I'm pretty sure the next morning we woke up and I was like, because we had a flight for you out of here, and we were trying to be like, you weren't responding. We're like, oh, like, is he gonna get his? No, man, it was so funny though.
I had some problems with losing flights.
Yeah.
Before, but yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Your manager sat you down. It's like, hey man, you gotta make these flights.
Yeah. No, my manager came to me one time and said, hey, if you lose one more flight, we're not working together anymore. But that was the best thing that he said, because then I never lose a flight anymore.
Hey,
Yeah,
sometimes
and
you
you
need
get back home on time.
You and Matt have a good relationship?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right now, we are like a team. So manager is like the main manager, and I have another manager on a daily basis.
And that's the one you live with right now?
Yeah, exactly. John Hammond is his name.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so right now we have like a lot of people on this team. It's like Bot, Vanessa, Walker and Royce, Steve Darko.
Yep, we've had Darko out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's amazing, man. I love his music so much.
Yeah, he's him and I got along because we're both from Massachusetts together, like both from the Boston area. And then I was home last summer. It was about a month ago actually, and he played at one of the boat cruises they do. Crushed.
Is that the second burger?
The first one.
Oh, the first one.
But yeah, he played a boat cruise with Claude. And in Boston, I went and met up with him and with his girlfriend and him. And then he did an after party thing where we went to that club. It was right down the street from where my parents live. And so we met up with them. That was a good time. And Bot, actually, Bot was scheduled.
Yeah, we had to postpone it.
We had scheduled for the 20th of March of this
right
year.
In the middle of everything.
Bot is another amazing person, man. He's such a great character. I love the guy. For real.
The guy's always posting about his production.
Oh, yeah.
Like every one of his Instagram stories, he's just deep into Ableton.
Yeah, and I don't know how he works that much all the time.
Yeah.
He
just loves it.
All he does, basically.
Yeah, that's all he does. He loves it, though.
Yeah.
Is he out in LA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like actually 25 minutes from here.
Nice.
Yeah, and now Vanessa and Gavin, they live like 5 minutes from us.
Nice. Yeah. But yeah, man, so we did a little bit of a deep dive on your Twitter. I want to say I'm not proud of it, but I went back to like the early 2010s back on your Twitter, and we found a couple tweets of yours that we want to dive in a little bit more to. So
I don't even remember, but okay.
So the first one is you said you need to tweet more. You're not very active on Twitter is what I've noticed.
Not at all, because in Brazil we don't have that culture that much as we have in US. And also, I don't know, I never was like a really Twitter guy. And since I struggle with my English sometimes, I wanted to say something, but I don't really know how to put that in English. And in Twitter, I feel like anything you say that is not get in the right way, it could be twisted very quick. And so sometimes I just don't want to take the chances, you know?
There's a lot of DJs out there that definitely have Twitter fingers, that any thought that crosses their mind, you see it in a tweet immediately. And then it kind of also plays a part of like building your brand, right? People kind of want to know who's the person behind the music. Yeah.
I kind of I try to be that guy on Instagram. I post a lot of my stories. I'm just like being me and not really about music. I'm just being silly in a way. So yeah, I kind of use Instagram as my Twitter, you know?
Yeah.
But videos and not like really writing about it.
Definitely. So I saw this tweet. It says, have fun making music, enjoy the process. That's when the magic happens. So I love that. I love everything about that. So what's your creative process look like? I'm sure there's been times where you kind of hit writer's block or you're just really frustrated. So how do you kind of get yourself out of that rut?
I usually how I really start is I usually take a project that is already done. I get a music. I only leave the drums. I delete everything else, and I try to start another bass line.
Okay.
As soon as I do the bass line, I try to vibe on it with some kind of vocals.
Yeah.
And then when I get like the right bass line and the right vocals, it's easier for me to. Yeah. So I sometimes I spend days trying to get the right bass line. But when I get it, I can make the track in like 7 hours, 5 hours, you know?
It's all on the bass.
Yeah, it's all about the bass and the vocals for me.
I love it. Okay.
I feel like a lot of that bass kind of music, that rhythm, that underlying tone, do you think that comes from, you know, I don't know, some sort of like Brazilian roots in terms of the music and just kind of the drums and the culture that you're like, you feeling you grew up with, that are like around you, you're being played and stuff like that?
I think so. Yeah. Like, I don't really feel it, but people tell me that, you know, that my music is very like Brazilian in some kind of way, which I don't really understand, but I guess so, yeah. Especially because of Sidetrance. The feeling that I used to have listening to Sidetrance is the feeling that I'm always looking for when I'm working on a track, you know?
So you kind of just trying to recreate that with your own spin and house music?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
So Ricardo, I've got this one picture. I found this on your Facebook. It looks like something from maybe one of your first shows or something. And so I'm just kind of curious. Can you explain what's going on in this photo and that feeling that you felt and standing up on that stage right there?
Okay, so in this picture, I was 18. And I even didn't play house music yet. I used to play hip-hop, Brazilian funk, and all of that just because I wanted to get the girls. I wanted to be like cool, and it was always has been more fun to me playing than just going to a club, you know. So this was like it wasn't like my show. Like most of that people actually didn't know who I was. Yeah, you know. But after I played, people were really liked it, and I just asked the photographer, "Hey, can I take a picture like that?" And he said, "Hell yeah, go there!" And I just did this, and like everyone, like, ah! Yeah.
Man,
I started playing on clubs when I was 16. I couldn't even go to the club, so I had a fake ID, and I just went to all of the clubs and did all.
So you had a fake ID just to play there?
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah. I really liked it partying, man, since forever.
Yeah, man. You and me had some pretty good times, so I know that.
Oh, yeah, man. We need to have it again, man.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Once this all clears up, man, we'll be there.
Let's go. You guys should come to LA one of these days too.
No, I'm down. Yeah. I mean, like, it's what, 6-hour drive from here?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Not that bad.
It's not bad at all, yeah. Well, Ciszak, it's been fun, man. I think we've gone through in pretty much everything that we had. Really appreciate you taking the time. It might take you 12 days to get through that food.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm going to finish eating. I don't promise that I'm going to eat all of this in once, but I'm going to eat most of it, 100%.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, man. Tell the people what you've got going on and what we can expect from you in the future, man.
So, yeah, I've been through like some crazy times the past 2 years. That's why people don't see my music getting released. But I'm finally back, and I'm very happy about it. Yeah, I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
So I have an EP coming on Box of Cats in August.
Hell yeah.
I have a remix for Bruno Furlan.
Yep.
I also have a collab with him. I have another track coming on Insomniac later this year, and I'm working on some really other 2 tracks that I think are gonna be like, I don't know, my next
level, next one. Yeah. I'm happy, man. We love you. You know, we loved having you out here. We got the poster right here if you can see it. Yeah.
Again, man.
No, definitely.
We'll bring you back. Don't worry.
Yeah. When all this is over, we're getting you back out here. Believe that.